Hey guys, this is Hijack and today I'm going to show you how to use RealFlow with Cinema4D. So pretty much make a scene in Cinema4D, export it to RealFlow, simulate the liquid there, and then export it back to Cinema4D and render it here, and add materials and stuff. So what you're going to need is this RF bin loader for Cinema4D. It's a plugin. Now this page is on French, so it's in French, yeah, whatever. So don't read this shit, just go down and click here, and then you're gonna download it, and then you need to go to your Cinema4D folder, so computer C probably, programs, Maxon, Cinema4D R, and whatever version you got, and then plugins. So then you gotta just take the RF bin loader, put it in here, and yeah. And then the second one you're gonna need is this one. Just loads the the bin files that RealFlow makes. So you're gonna need another plugin. So just go to Google, search for RealFlow to Cinema4D or RealFlow Cinema4D plugin, and these here you have to here on the top, I think. Nope. Yeah, but so you just find one files tube here, click it and download it, and do the same there, put it in the Cinema4D folder. So let's make a scene here. So I'm gonna make a hallway or a corridor like I did in my other video. So no, 1,500, and that just make it round like this. Oh, hold on. Here we go. I'm just gonna copy this. Over here. Okay. Over here, like that, and then over there, and over here, and then we're gonna need a roof too, or a ceiling, like that. Okay, so now we got our hallway or corridor here. So the water is gonna come from here, splash to the wall, and then go over here. So now we're gonna export this to RealFlow. So go to plugins, RealFlow, and RealFlow SD exporter. Click here, put it somewhere where you can remember it. So I got my own, or I got the NSD folder here. And I made a tutorial before, but then my computer got blue screen and fucked up. So save it there. Make the start frame one and the end frame one, and add all. Then just export it. So now we're gonna open RealFlow. I got RealFlow 2012. 6.0.0.0055, suppose, and then let's just create a new project here. So now we're gonna go to import object and import the SD file, this one. Okay, so now we got this here. Now these two here, I don't know why they do that, but they like stand up like that. But then if you play, they're like, if you simulate, they'll go back, but then they actually don't collide with it. So I'm just gonna make a plane and put it there instead. So that's good. Like that. And then Control D to duplicate it and put it over here. Like that. And this doesn't need to be perfect because we're not going to see it. We're not going to see these two anyways, so just don't mind about those. So now we'll start the actual simulating. So click this one here, 3 balls, and click square. Then just move that square over here. Now if you want, you can just click these and go to display visible, click that, no, so you can't see them, so they're not in the way when you're gonna simulate. So just put this like that. You could resize it if you want. I think I might do that a bit, like that's good. Then we're gonna change the speed to 10. Okay, so then we're gonna go to about, so now it's gonna start splashing and everything. And it's gonna go, say, over at frame 70. We want it to turn off. So we right click speed, go to add key, go to the next frame, set the speed to 0, and click add key again. So now it's gonna be 10 all the way over here, and then it's gonna be 0. So then it's gonna turn off. Yeah, and then we're gonna add a particle mesh standard, and right over click this one and gravity. Make sure you have that, otherwise it's just gonna like float around here and not look good. And at last we're gonna add a K volume. So what this does is that it like, if the fluid goes outside of this, the particles just disappear. So since we're not gonna see, hold on. Since we're not gonna see like the back of this here, we might as well make it that big. So like that, and higher, move it up, and make it wider like that, and make sure you have the emitter inside this, otherwise the particles are not gonna emit at all. So like that. Yeah, that's good. So now we're gonna click simulate and yes. So now it's gonna start emitting the fluid here, and press 0 to see it like this. And so now it's gonna be going, or it's gonna be going here for a while. And this kinda, hold on. Okay, we might want to make the K volume a bit bigger there, like so, and then just, yeah, like this, and then simulate. So it's going to be going there for a while, and it's probably going to take a few minutes for a few 10 minutes, I suppose, unless you've got like a really good processor. And it also it puts a lot of load on the processor, so you might want to like watch your temperatures so that they don't go like really high, like up to 90 degrees. Yeah, so as you can see here, now it splashes backwards, but when it comes outside of this, the particles just disappear. And the same here, which you're going to see pretty soon. So when that particle goes outside of the K volume of the green box, it just disappears. See that one? Goes there, and then it disappears. And that will disappear, and that will disappear. So now if you want to change the turn off so that it turns off at like frame 60, just pause it, remove the key at frame 70 and add a key at frame 60 instead, where it's 10. So add a key there, then go to 61 and add a key that when it's 0. So now at frame 70 it's gonna stop emitting. So 69 and 70. So now if you see here, this is just gonna go over there, and there's not gonna come anything else out of it. Now we're at frame 100 and frame 100, and as you can see, the particle counts here just goes down. So 36,600, 36,300, 36,000, and that's because the particles go outside of the K volume. So now, and or the less particles you have, the shorter time, or it's gonna take less time to simulate if you have less particles. So 33,000, 33,500, yeah. And so now the last like 83 frames, it's gonna be pretty fast, and it's just gonna be faster and faster. See? So yeah, this just disappears in the back and in the front. So 2,700, 2,600, 2,500. And now the render speed, or the simulation speed, is really fast comparing to what before. So wait, comparing to what it was before. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I'll be back when it's done. So now it's done, and now all we have to do is go back into Cinema4D, hold it on this cube here, create a null object, go to tags, RF bin loader v1, click the dots here, and then you have to go to your RealFlow scene folder. So I made it on here, RealFlow project, hallway tutorial. Now you have to go into meshes, don't go into particles, but meshes. Double click that and click the first one, which is, it's probably gonna be particle mesh st01, then underscore 0, lots of zeros, and dot bin. So click open and OK. So now you can't see anything yet, but as we go forward, you might want to change the frames to 200. So as we go forward, you can see that there's a lot of particles, or a lot of water coming in. So now let's just add some color to it. I'm gonna make it like blood red, And if you add transparency, it's gonna take a lot longer time to render it, so I suggest I don't. But if you want to make it look really good, then do it. But prepare for the worst. I'm just saying, it's gonna take really long time to render if you add transparency, a lot longer than if you disable it. So let's just make it like red, 60% reflection. Drag it. Now do not drag it to this, because that will not work. You have to drag it to the null object, because now if I drag it to that one, it would be to the 68th bin file. So then if we go to the next frame, it's gonna be a new one, and that one ain't gonna have that color if you add it to the bin file. So now if we render it, yeah, that looks pretty good. So let's go to the render settings, just change this to 720p, all frames, save it as a QuickTime movie, RealFlow videos, always tutorial, and then anti-aliasing, best, that's good. Yeah, so now you could add ambient occlusion if you want. It's going to take a long time to render with that too, so yeah, that's just, you don't. But if you want it to look really good, then do it. So let's add a camera and move it to, let's just fix this here. Yeah, that's good, and that's good too. And then let's just find some materials for the walls. Now there's a lot in the broadcast edition, a lot of resources here, materials, matte, do that, click, take synthetic rough blue, take that for the walls, and now render. Okay, now that did not look good. Shades blue. I love blue. So that, yeah, nah. So now I found one nice here before. Right. Fabric. And it was fabric, I think orange. Doesn't look good like here, but when you actually render it, it looks pretty good. So yeah, then we're gonna add some wood, some parquet, I suppose, however you pronounce that, to the floor. Yeah, that'll look good. Actually, the number 2. Yeah. And we could add that to the, nah, let's add some fabric to the roof too, like some gray or beige fabric to the roof, sort of hotelish, kinda, I suppose. And to the back here, and to the floor. Oh, hold on, there, and then there, and then the parquet floor to that. Yeah. Now there was something else I was gonna do, but I can't remember. Of course I can't. Save it. I actually don't think there was anything else. Yeah. So just go ahead and render it. Right, I was gonna add lights. Make sure you do that. Otherwise it ain't gonna look good. So you could add some shadow if you want. I'm gonna do that. Let's just go here, see if it looks nice. See how it looks. I think it looks good. So if you don't want this to be so like sparkly or reflectioning, I just changed the reflection and brightness. So now I'm gonna render it, and I'll be back when it's done. So now it's done rendering, and let's check it out. Oh. Yeah, looks like that. So I hope you like this tutorial. Please like, comment, and subscribe.